In the last episode of Souling all dungeons in WoW Classic, we traveled into the Dead Mines. We fairly easily managed to take down every single boss, including Van Cleef, and today we continue where we left off, attempting the Wailing Caverns. Just quickly going over my gear, nothing special, all greens, from vendors, from random drops and from quests. Still the same items pretty much as in the Death Mines, plus a new helmet. And going over my talents, also still the same as before, just 2 more points in Thorns for a little bit more passive damage. Otherwise, Omen of Clarity for the free heals is my tactic. Coming now to the first boss. Pretty much very simple, does a lightning bolt, does a healing touch. I used to interrupt them, but she will go down very quickly, no problem here at all. Next boss has a few adds. I kept focusing on the boss, the thorns and a little bit of swipe should kill the adds. Pretty much the same abilities as before, has a healing, has some lightning bolt, nothing too interesting. At around 45% he will transform in a snake. Make sure to start healing there a little bit quicker, I left it way too long. Does a lot of damage once he's in a snake, but you can heal through this even in Night Elf form, so just heal yourself up and kill him, should be no problem at all. Next one is the turtle. I pulled a little few more adds to it just to get a little bit more rage. They're non-elite, so it should be no problem at all, and the turtle goes down also very quickly. Then comes the next boss. I did a mistake here. I pulled the ad and actually also the boss plus another ad, so 3 mobs at the same time, and all 3 are healing. So it was a little bit of a nightmare. I panicked a little bit, but thought if I pull him back out of range of the healing, I can just kill him. Too bad, their range is really far. I cannot really LOS them because it's just this long hallway and they kept healing each other over and over again and have a lot of mana. But luckily I found a spot where I can circle them around, so I jumped down here, heal fully up, and was hoping that I can kill him then in the next round. They will take quite a long time to run around, so it's something where you can abuse it and regen all the mana that you need. Next round I try to kill him now, so pull him back up again, the way they just came from, and kill him there around the corner. I moved a little bit too far to the left and pulled the next group, so all of a sudden I had 3 adds plus the 3 from the boss. I thought I would die here, but luckily these small adds don't last very long, so the thorns plus 1 swipe will kill them. I jumped down to heal and hopefully can kill all of them now in a little bit. Used my bandages to heal up and save some mana, and went now and killed the smaller adds to just afterwards focus then on the big one and keep repeating this until everybody is dead. Here it got really close. I pulled him back to the leash and around the corner and thought I'm gonna kill this ad this turn. But as you can see, my mana is still full, so I wasn't really worried and happy to play the long game here and play it safe. So I jumped down before I could even kill him just because my life got so low. In the next round, same thing, they both healed, but I pulled him around the corner, the heal broke and I could kill him. Then focus on the next mob. They will heal each other but eventually run out of mana, and you can also kill the next ad. And once she is down, should be no problem to then also focus on the boss. The boss does lightning, hits a little bit and heals, but nothing you cannot deal with, and he goes down too. Next comes the big dinosaur. He's actually super simple, but he has 2 adds where I moved a little bit too far out and accidentally pulled them. So all of a sudden I had 2 adds plus the boss. Luckily the boss doesn't really do any damage, so it's a little bit just killing the adds. A little bit of healing and you can actually kill them, plus while the boss is hitting you, he will just stand there and spam lightning bolts. You resist most of them, even if they hit you, they do very little damage. Once the first add is down, you can heal yourself back up again and focus on the next add. They don't really do much besides the normal thing of healing, lightning bolts and snake. And you can focus the rest on the boss. The boss, like I said, doesn't do anything. Eventually he runs away at around 15%. I waited until he comes back again just to finish him off a little bit in a safer zone. Wasn't sure if he will pull more if I go out there. On to the hardest boss of the dungeon. I actually thought I would not be able to do him, so I prepared a little bit with all kind of drinks and buff food and elixirs just to bulk up a little bit, have a little bit more strength, have a little bit of passive regen and a lot more stamina, because there's no way I can kite him. He roots you, he's pretty fast, there's not anything here in the room that is special, so I have to stand my ground and just tank him and try to kill him. It was a super scary boss. Luckily he has this ramp at the back where you can jump down at any time, so I just wanted to try it out and see what's gonna happen. So I will play here the full fight so you can see actually what happened. But after 2 hits I already went down to 50%. Didn't look very well, but my healings are pretty strong, but I'm already halfway down to mana. But then I resisted a vine grab. I actually got a pretty lucky proc here on my Omen to get a free heal. So you can see I heal myself up and still at 50% mana. And then the insane thing happened. I get 1 proc after the next. I have here my next one, can heal again, go back to bear, still at 50% mana. Here I got my next proc, could heal again, still at 50% mana. And I got so lucky with my procs here. I got so many that I even used the next one, I think, for damage. Here I have another one at 70% life, so I'm just using it at damage. And then what happens again? I get another proc, so I can heal myself again and still at 50% mana. Through Omen of Clarity, kinda defeated the whole boss by itself. I got 1 proc after the next. I don't know why this boss is proccing my Omen so much. I never had this beforehand, but because of this, the boss was actually pretty easy. Got him down, was never really close. One of the last bosses, I pulled him away from the ads. He is actually so disappointing and boring. He does the same thing as anybody else, healing plus lightning bolts, and that's it. So just tank him where he stands, slowly wiggle him down. I tried to interrupt his stuns, but he's spamming stuns, so you kinda have to run him completely out of mana before you can kill him, because these heals are even healing for 30 to 40% of his total life. But nothing too interesting, eventually he goes down. And to the last boss. He will first summon a few rounds of ads. They are pretty simple. I got a little bit greedy here with healing, but luckily I managed to get the heal out in time. And that's kinda it. Just play it a little more safe than I do and slowly wiggle these ads down, then it should be actually no problem at all. They don't do too much damage, you can kite them, you can stun them, so it should be pretty simple. This is the first wave of snakes, then a second wave comes with non-elite slimes. I don't know why, but they're super simple. Maybe for a group without AoE it's a little bit more difficult, but it was super simple. You can just tank them and swipe them down. I don't think even I had to heal at all in this round. And then comes already the last boss, and he is even more disappointing than all the other previous bosses, because for some reason when you're alone with him, he doesn't do a single ability. He just stands there and slaps you for 40 damage, which is nothing. I have over 1000 life points, so I think I healed once up and otherwise just slowly whittled him down and therefore managed to finish the Wailing Cavern. Thank you very much for watching. This was super exciting to try out, and until next time.